speaking much. I'm just in thought, guys. Like I. It's like this wouldn't work because it would be recursive, but equally. What is in Prism? Like, I need the text. Oh no, wait. I've got it. I've got it here. Right. I don't. They're not in order though, which is a pain. So I just need to use the old eidetic memory, eh? Okay, so this was in Prism. You see, so the only one that was there at the beginning is this one. These are all way too late. Which reminds me, wait, so we're 1286 years in the future. The game launched in 2014. The game launched in 3299, didn't it? Right? December 16th, yeah? 16, 12, wait, so... '16, 12, 2014, and I want to add 1286 years. That gives us... Oh, forgive me, sorry, no. So it was the 16th of December, 3300 when the game started. Four days before the winter solstice. But, wait. Wait. Do the solstices process? Bro, what is the word I'm... Oh, it's only a day every... Okay. Oh my gosh. I need to add some... I hate stuff like that, but I'm going to have to do it on GDPR Helper. Because I can't have it happen again like it did in the last week, where it just takes all of the money for the domain and then I've got nothing coming in. Do you know what I mean? It is soul destroying. You do good things for people and then you just get fucked. Let's have a look. Is it busy? Let's have a quick check. Log in. Look at that. Not so busy this weekend, but 500 people on Wednesday. 1,300 people on Monday. Can you imagine if I was just getting £1 each per use? £3 a day. Fucking hell. Don't want their whore money. And I want your whore money. I'm joking. Right. We're going to have to listen to this. We're going to have to listen to it. How you doing, Florian? You having a good Sunday, mate? Right now, I've had to just take a few steps back because I'll show you, and maybe your brain can help. So, right now, I feel like we're at a proper. I'm at a. Oh, so we found the. I think we found the 7 veils. I think we did. Okay, this image here. I think it is the 7 veils that we need to focus on, and the reason for that is this is not a coincidence. This is not the fact that the central location of these results in this is not like we went there open-minded, hoping to find something, and then we found a fucking arm pointing at something in space. Arms in space. So it's like. But the problem is that now I've slept on this a couple of times, and my brain is like, this is this. This is this. She freed and floated on the air, her arms, right? Like, this is an arm floating on the air. Like, So then I'm like, but wait, like, we can't do this because that's recursive, right? Like, the reason we went to the Vale West Nebula was because of the last sentence of this. So I can't then recursively be like, oh, and then when we get to the place this sends us to, it's the first line of the poem. So now what I'm doing is I'm just asking myself the question, could there have been another clue that we've actually just coincidentally missed that would have sent us to the Vale West? Obviously, there's the Seven Veils. So basically, there's this stuff about Prism that just like grounded the theory in its about color, and then separate to that, we looked into the Salome story, which is where we found this poem. Excuse me. And this poem, the last two sentences, like immediately made my brain go, there's two nebulas called Vale, right? Like, and it mentions Veils. Salome's ship was called the Seven Veils. That was the ship she flew. When she was killed, she was flying her ship, the Seven Veils. And so this made me think of this nebula. When we came here, we found the Maiden's Veil tourist beacon. Right? Now, that tourist beacon, if I remember correctly, it doesn't have anything particularly pertinent in it. It just says, now Commander Osric is one of the volunteer moderators in the forums. I know that much. So it's somewhat logical to accept that Commander Osric is probably one of the big funders at the beginning that is also in the design and decision forum. Okay. Now that is some lateral leaps there because I don't know that information. I can't give you documentary evidence that backs that up. But the fact that this is one of the volunteer moderators that's trusted by Frontier and given a lot of power over the community would indicate that at least they're in a position of trust, right? And it, we don't know. This was added very early, this tourist beacon. So it's just always been there. I'm pretty sure it was in there before Reclamation came out. But then it looks as if, just based on the videos we were listening to yesterday from Michael Brooks and stuff, like he uses the phrase unveiling quite often. So I think that this story was always in discussions. We've not tried that. We've not tried that. So right now, my mental is in the idea that what if we've not accidentally, but we've sort of, because we've got so much knowledge in the domain, what if we've, made logically reasoned assumptions, essentially, to get us to this point. And so, yeah, I'm just revisiting this because I'm wondering if at the conclusion there was a more obvious hint about the veils. Now, a maiden and a lady are similar, right? So they often talk about how Salome's no maid, she's no lady, so it would make sense that it's kind of like a play on words, right? The maiden's veil. She's not like a lady. She's unladylike. She isn't a princess like she's meant to be. She's out there trying to like fight against the machine. And you see here, like, in this note, Denton Petraeus says, frankly, she shouldn't be described as a lady either. But we will let the courts make that determination. Because right now, I don't know where else to turn. Like, we followed it to the Sadr region, and that's it. That's just, it just ends. That's it. That's the end. But, so what I've been questioning in my mind is, what if what we're supposed to be doing, right, is what if there was a different clue, or perhaps the Seven Veils is just meant to be enough to bring us to the Maiden's Veil tourist beacon, and then we see the Seven Veils, we go to the central location, and then that kicks us off on the poem, right? So she freed and floated on the air her arms. Ah, well, there is a free floating arm that points to a location. Do we then go there to then see the next sentence? Above dim veils that hid her bosom's charms. Well, is that indicating that when we go here, we're supposed to look down at Nebula to see something about a bosom's charm? So that's the lead that I'm trying to justify taking the next step on. And right now I can't justify it because it's recursive. Right now, it's the end of the poem brought me to the first step. So I can't then say that the next step refers to the first sentence of the poem. Now, what's also worth noting is this poem may not be relevant, right? Like, the actual situation of Salome is that it's a massive play. It's really long. Well, even better, there's a memorial at the Sadr Dark region. Like, this one. So when you go to this where it's pointing, there's this there. And bearing in mind that this stuff, right, about light, bearing in mind that Prism is set up to note about the RYB, there's 7 veils, there's 7 planets, there's 7 colours in the rainbow, I feel very strongly that the wording of this is a semantic link. We of the Pilots Federation light this beacon on the fringes of human space for the fallen. For every fallen commander we salute and hope you found your place among the stars, that we may see you again when we look to the skies. 07. Who the fuck is Charles? That the use of the word light there is, in my opinion, superfluous. They could have put place. Place would make more sense because place is what they've actually done. It isn't like lit up. It isn't a light. It isn't emanating any sort of signal. Like, it's. But this is the end, unless of course. So how this worked here was we got to the Maiden's Veil beacon, and then we could see 7 veils from there. So then what may be the case is at this one, I feel like what we're doing is going to the arm that's floating, and that perhaps at Charles' memorial, we're then meant to be able to see above dim veils that hid her bosom's charms. Or it could be that this shorter play, there aren't. No, we've checked that. There aren't. Most of these nebula that are in the 7 veils do not contain beacons. But then, so what it ends up as is you go here. I can't see. I'm blind. So this system's the one that contains Charles' memorial, right? And the listing post may or may not be pointing in a direction. Actually, one interesting thing is that we've been there time skipped and non-time skipped simultaneously. That they used the word boson. Deliberate. What do you mean? Boson. Or beacon. Did you type beacon? Is that German for beacon? I don't know. Bosom. I'm with you. I'm with you. Sorry. I'm with you. Above dim veils. Well, up here, the veil nebulas are dim. She freed and floated on the air her arms. Oh, now we've come up to that point where it points to above dim veils that hid her bosom's charms. So, and then the veils fell round her like thin coiling mists, shot through by topaz suns and amethysts. That's that poem, man. It's chewing me out. Sprinkling my brain, man. It's the hard bit is I don't know if this poem is what we're meant to be. Like, I think what we're performing now would be known in the background lore in Frontier. I think what we're trying to do now would be titled "The Dance of the Seven Veils." Okay, and if you Google "The Dance of the Seven Veils," it's a real thing. Like that is where this poem comes from. Yeah, she freed and floated, blah blah blah. Now there's dot 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 here. So is there a full version of this? Now the other link to make here to really underscore this is use the words there. Strauss's operatic adaptation of the play also features the Dance of the Seven Veils. And Richard Strauss is the same composer who made Blue Danube. Which is the song you hear when you use the autodoc. So there is a clear link here between the Dance of the Seven Veils and the game. Superman and the Dance of the Seven Veils. What?
Lois, it's very late.
No, not too late, I hope. For us. For happiness.
Oh, no. Lois, please, no, don't.
Oh, Clark, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Lois, please, go home.
You're here. This is my home.
Lois, please, you don't know how many times I've thought about this, dreamt about this. Well, something like this, but it's not real. What you're feeling is not real. I don't know exactly how, but there was something in the perfume that made everybody in the newsroom drunk on love. Lois, I cannot take advantage of you like this.
It's remarkable. I never noticed it before.
What?
You look a lot like Superman.
So she sees the truth of the man before her. Interesting. I mean, she didn't do the dance, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the actual one. Oh, 100% Florian. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's fascinating. I mean, this is certainly a modern interpretation, right? Do I have Blue Danube? Is this it? It's not. Is it? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Wait, so this is Johann Strauss. So we just got that completely wrong. That's just not right. Who said that? Who linked that? I took your word for it. It might have been Rosen, but I think it was where it is Strauss. Right, so they knew each other, unrelated. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks hard. Morning, Vantillion. Bet this goes hard for that comment. Damn. Do you know what? Let's change this title to Unveiling Raxxla. Wow. Why isn't Salome in the list? Like, what the fuck is it? What do you mean, Delaney? I don't know. What do you mean by what the hell is happening now? It's a nice bit of music. I think it could be pertinent at some stage, that bit of music. The metamorphosis concept links to the Instar, right? The cicadas, the rebirth. Coffee's kicking in. I might need a wee. Since the galaxy map is a bit weird, let's go back up here again. Are you serious? Florian, are you serious? What? Like, literally, like... Do you have, like... What music do you have to have played? Because I have to have all of the music off and that. And the streamer music in it. Is it just thematically similar, or is it literally, like, licensed from the film, Florian? Like, just to be precise, like, is it... Yeah, dish it out, mate. That would be sick. That's fascinating. It's what in the game. You weren't just playing it in the background yourself. Like it's. You're saying that when they made the recent changes to the audio for on-ground combat, they also added new music, and it's music from Tenet. A film about having fights across time. Wow. Florian, it won't let you share a link here, mate. YouTube doesn't let people share URLs in live streams. It's not up to me, like, it's how YouTube works. Ooh! What was that? What? Clip that. Write that down. Did you also get it? Wait, what's down there? What?
System scan complete.
Did this system always do that? And I've also never seen that happen before, Corvus. Millions of jumps. I need a pee. Give me a sec. We have to jump out and in, aren't we? It's a bit chilly today, isn't it? I think I got the volume up a bit. Woo, that was loud. Uh, guess we just write that down and come back later? I don't know. It did it again. Did it again. Okay, the next star is an L brown dwarf. This could just be a bug with L brown dwarfs. So let's see. Does the next L brown dwarf, there's also a Rizza, an R-I-Z. Does that also... One sec. No. You're getting all sussy now. Now we're getting all suspect now. What's that about? I've plotted a route from Vale West to the one up in the Sada region. And on that route, I've jumped into this, what is a player colony. Oh my god, I only had like 5 hours sleep. And I had about the same Friday night as well. Watch it. Does it flash white? What the fuck? Everyone, descend. Join me now! Check it out. Oh my god, what does this mean? I do not know. It's got 2 stars for show. Do you want to go and see what it means? I don't know what it means now for real. Okay, is there any anomalous stuff? And is it Like, what song is that? Hmm. Is it these white spots that is causing this whiteness? I'm going to carry back on up top, because I'm not sure there's much to really discover here. But if anyone else can come here and see if your account also does it, it might be that it only does it if you've scanned certain things, which could be an interesting data point. We've got it bookmarked, so we can proceed from here. That one definitely didn't do it. Is this also an L? I doubt it. It's got a different code, but we'll see. So Y. Okay. This area is deadly. There's nothing to scoop. Like, this journey would have been well dangerous if you, back in the day. It's definitely thematically similar, Florian. The music that they've added is thematically similar to Tenet. I'll give you that. It's not... Be careful saying that they've included Tenet music in, because they haven't. Like, it's not... They haven't licensed the music from Tenet. Do you know what I mean? So if people are expecting that, they might think that you're misleading them. But I know what you mean, 100%. It's definitely thematically ticking similar boxes. Siffy. What's this? What's Siffy? Sci-fi.
disengaged.
Oh, 100%, mate. The whole story is a story about AI and time travel. That is what this game is about. It's just no one's ever realised it. It's kind of mad, really, that it's been out this long. And
System scan complete. System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
wow.
Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scoop disengaged. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
It feels bad, like, jumping through them all so quick. But we'll go back to Charles Memorial. We've checked them, haven't we? Yeah. But are we looking for a pair of boobs? Oh, run. So right now we're looking in the direction of the Sada Dark region, and we can also see that stuff. So let's just work out what we're seeing. What am I seeing? So when we look over here, right, so I can't rotate it in this view, but we're seeing this and the elephant's trunk. Okay, so it is a whole boxel that's been renamed Siffy. Oh, I'm chilly. I need a hoodie on. I just don't know where to turn next, guys. I just... Fucking existentially true, that is. Pardon me. That curve there, I mean, that's pure pareidolia, right? That's like, just give me a bunch of clouds and I'll just start picking out random clues. Do you know what I mean? I was going to say that curve looks awfully like the landscape signal, but no, that even just repeating it, it sounds crazy. Actually verbalizing it, it's like, no, 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 next. Oh, look at all the colours. I'm so deep in thought, guys. I'm sorry I'm not speaking much. I'm just really trying to churn through this from different angles. Is this poem blinding us? Pardon me. Ah, sorry, that was me. That's an interesting quote. Look at that. With a flash and a horrendous groan, the seven veils materialized back in the universe of traditional physics. Just a throwaway line. Just a throwaway line from Drew Wager there. Oh yes, the man replied. The etymology of your name is rather apropos to the air of mystery which surrounds the arrangements which I have had to put in place at such short notice to accommodate your arrival. Doubtless you will draw the veil aside and elucidate for me. There are many veils. Awfully remiss of me, he volunteered. I am St. John Gregory Smith, Master of Jesus College, Cambridge. I am at your service. I am pleased to meet you, St. John Gregory Smith. St. John, but okay. Just St. John will serve, he replied, shall we? Your first visit to our wonderful city of Cambridge? I've been here before, but only to the spaceport. I went to London. Yes, he replied with obvious distaste. Well, that often can't be helped. Like, first name, St. John. The cloisters, he announced, and gestured for her to go ahead up a flight of stairs. They too were ancient and creaked in the most alarming way as she moved up them, carefully placing one foot in front of the other. A strange smell greeted her at the top. She couldn't place it. Something like the aroma of cleaning robots left in their wake as they serviced rooms. It was most peculiar. Pardon me. The walls, floor and ceiling were panelled with wood. Her footsteps echoed on the polished floorboards. Narrow framed windows looked out upon the greenery outside, but the most remarkable feature of the room drew a gasp from her. Books, hundreds of them, perhaps thousands, all stacked in endless wooden frames. Here and there were antique chairs, presumably from the same period in time. Yes, said St. John, evidently pleased with her response. It is rather impressive upon first glance, I will admit. Books? Around 9,000 of them in total, St. John said. The only surviving works of some of the great authors of times long ago, you understand. I'm sure I don't need to tell you not to touch them. They are all priceless antiques. Of course not, Salome said, thankful for the reminder. St. John turned to go. Wait, Salome said. Who is meeting me? I am unaware of their identity, I'm afraid. You're to wait here. I'm sure your interlocutor will be along presently. She reached the end of the corridor, taking a moment to peer at the remarkable collection of books, when she became aware of another presence. She turned down an aisle to see a man sitting comfortably in one of the antique wooden chairs. He was gazing back at her with a quizzical look, one of the books open in his hand. She recognised him instantly. She'd never seen him without a frown upon his face. The high forehead and swept back dark hair framed a chiselled face with high cheekbones. The President. Ah, precisely on time, he said. I heard you were a stickler for promptness. I approve. Welcome to Cambridge, Kahina Tiani Loren. Or should I call you Salome? My instructions weren't entirely clear. Oh, I'm sorry I keep yawning. I probably need to go back to bed for a bit soon. I just wanted, like, to do something, you know, get the brain juices flowing, get you all visible or something, and I can't believe we found that random system that just flashes white. A few speeches filled with purple prose will satisfy those that bay at my door here in the Federation. Purple prose, that's like an allusion to, like, speaking royally. That's what that's talking about. The Empire backs down. We talk about reinstating the London Treaty. You make it sound simple. It is. I just need to be seen to get the upper hand. My reputation for fair negotiation. And me, simply take my prose back to Rissa. Oh. I remember this. This sentence here, I'll never forget when I read this. We all thought she was dead. I was in the Children of Raxxla when this book came out. And there was a window where only the leadership were in contact with Drew. And so, it was fascinating. Yeah, I was in the player group that thought she'd been taken out. We believed that she was still out there somewhere, but then when you read the book, and you're like, wait, what? She went to Earth. She met the president. Oh, you know. Huh. Look at this sentence, guys. An alien species out of the past, hell-bent on our destruction. I've listened to the theory. I suspect it may be a little more mundane. It's that sentence there, I reckon, is one of the most revealing sentences in all of this. It's the Guardians that are our true enemy, I think. I don't know, I've circled around this for a long time. Part of me thinks that we are created by the Guardians. But now, from the DW3 story, I'm questioning, maybe the Guardians are the true enemy, trying to dominate the galaxy, and we invent the Thargoids to send them back in time and fight them. That would still be a bootstrap paradox. That would result in us ending up in this war with the Guardians no matter what. I believe it is wholly concerned with the Alliance. I think they are interfering with our industry, keeping the Federation and the Empire on the brink of war. Let's remote. Handled with your customary tact and discretion, said a voice from behind him. She will return to Orissa having completed her task and being received as a trustworthy emissary. Orissa will doubtless send her onwards to rendezvous with Bill Turner. We have arranged that she makes that rendezvous. In return, we will ensure your presidency continues with enthusiastic support. A job well done. And Orissa will continue to entrust over what she knows, Zachariah replied. For now, it is imperative that this woman be allowed to continue this quest. Why? Thanks to your effective endorsement, she has the confidence to continue, the voice said. The Federation retains the upper hand. You will expose the Alliance's involvement and triumph over the Empire, as it should be. Who is that there? Who is in that room with them? All her able rise. Umbral Wisp. What's this? Scarlet was waiting for her when she stepped off the transport. Saffron pulled her into a long... Who are these people? Scarlet... Yeah, absolutely. That's, yeah. I didn't remember this Umbral Whisper, but I'm guessing that's where, at some point in the past, that got in my head, and that's why I named my fleet carrier the Umbral Reliquary, I think. Oh. Let's see what he had to say at the end. It's very difficult to know where to start with all this. I was enormously privileged to be able to write my first Elite Dangerous book, Reclamation, back in 2013. I was a fan from the very earliest days of Elite, back in 1984 when it first appeared. I was the right age to be swept up in the franchise and to follow it throughout the many years since. I doodled wireframe Cobra Mark IIIs in my school textbooks, much to the annoyance of my schoolmasters. I was smuggling narcotics out of Rediquat at the tender age of 13. Fortunately, my parents didn't ask too many questions. The mad rush of the original Kickstarter and the writers' packs is now itself part of the lore of the game, a piece of history. I'm forever indebted to those who backed me in 2012 and allowed me to begin on this adventure all anew. Reclamation has been warmly received. Even now, new readers are finding it and getting engrossed in what I wrote. For a writer, there's nothing better than knowing your story has entertained and delighted someone. I tried very hard to nail the atmosphere of Elite Dangerous and combine that with my own style of storytelling and high adventure, mixed with characters that would prove memorable. I hoped fans would see it as a quality piece of work, pitched at the right level and doing justice to the remarkable game Frontier Developments has created. But I didn't expect what happened next. I didn't expect forum threads hundreds of pages long dissecting every last nuance of what I'd written, looking for clues to the mysteries I'd alluded to in the story. So he's mentioning this again. I didn't expect hundreds of emails thanking me for what I'd written, or dozens of invites to appear on streams and online shows. I didn't expect patches, banners, trophies, maps, mugs, and the occasional biscuit. I didn't expect a part of the galaxy to be named after me. Oh yeah, Wager's Rest, is it? I didn't expect to be commissioned to write this book by the very people who created the game. But most of all, I didn't expect players to adopt my characters, bring their own imaginations into the game and role-play their own adventures based upon the seeds I'd planted in Reclamation. The dozens of player factions that have taken a cue from my first book were not planned by me in any way, shape or form, but it was amazing to see them take form, grow and establish their own lore. Some of them, like the Children of Raxxla and Loren's Legion, have adopted characters direct from the pages of Reclamation. There have been poems, artwork, petitions, and even an in-game memorial service for fallen fictional characters. I don't think anyone could have paid me a higher accolade. This is a wholly new phenomenon. I can't think of another example of where players have had the opportunity to bring their own stories into a game based upon a book, which was in turn based upon that game, and then find parts of those stories folded back into another book. The word meta is rather overused nowadays, but this truly is worthy of the original meaning, being above and beyond both game and book, where players have enjoyed and partaken in the storyline. It was often felt more like teasing something into shape than actually writing a novel. In many ways, this book has been written by those players. There are twists and turns, as you might expect. Many of those have been caused, sometimes unwittingly, by players responding to events in-game, or simply generating their own events because they can. I've even been able, anonymously, to take part in some of those events and get a feel for how they worked. Many of those events deserve a book in their own right, and there are some amazing escapades that take place. Daring rescues, impossible exploration ships, mad sporting events happening almost every week. A single book cannot hope to cover the activities of a galaxy full of players. As I write this, there are something like 2.1 million copies of Elite Dangerous out there, with thousands of users playing the game at any given moment across 400 billion star systems. I have a mere few thousand words to do justice to all of that. This then is a snapshot of some events. A thread running through the unfathomable scale of space, looping in as much as I felt could be covered. I have had to be very hard, brutal even, in selecting what I can include and what I can't. It's been tough to balance the needs of storytelling against the desire to bring in as much as I can in terms of the vast array of player contributions. Inevitably, many will be disappointed that a facet of the game or some notable event isn't represented. This is not a reflection of the efforts of players or the worthiness of what they have done. It's simply down to having to be ruthless on time and scope. I wholeheartedly appreciate the trust that the Elite Dangerous community has placed in me, even if that has been very scary at times. Many have said that this book couldn't be in safer hands. Thank you for that. I'm so grateful for the support and encouragement I've received whilst putting this book together. This has been a far tougher assignment than my first Elite Dangerous novel. The scale and scope have been close to overwhelming at times. I've had to take breaks away from the writing to regain a sense of purpose. It has been a labour of love, but a labour nonetheless. I can truthfully say I've done my very best to do justice to ED and its staggering player community. It is all of you who have made this game what it is. So, right, let's just underscore this. Is this all just about the Formidine Rift? Is that all it's about? Does this ultimately end up with us just looking back from here and then... No, because it's over there. Like, this bookmark here is the Zurara. Oh, that doesn't make sense why it doesn't let me see it. Now, and now, like, I'm thinking of this.
since the beginning of the universe. No greater an event has occurred than this. You have done it. You have followed me.
Välkommen. Like, is this all just, is it the poem? Like, does the poem lead you out here, then you go up there, and then you look back, and then you see, look, when you get it right, it shows you Barnard's Loop, right? But we're right on the edge as well. See? And the Orion Nebula, the veils fell round her like thin coiling mists shot through by topaz suns and amethysts. That's the bit where I'm like, it's odd that it says that. And then if you look at the Orion Nebula, these are all red and purple, right? Topaz is, no, wait, blue and amethyst is purple. So no, this isn't shot through with those types of stars, is it? But this is. I would say this is like a coiling mist shot through by topaz suns and amethysts. That's the, of all of the seven that we've included in the 7 veils so far, this is the one that, like, the reason that we use the NGC 7822, we actually can't see it. We see its stars, those bright stars that are shooting through it. So I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna head there from here. Now that I've got Charles Memorial scanned, maybe that makes a difference. 31 jumps? Nah, I'm not doing that. Hang on. Let's make that quicker, shall we? SRV survey. Oh, I'm just getting a better route. Hopefully we can get there quicker. God, I can't believe it's 8 o'clock. I feel like it's... Cheers, Cashmere. Feels like it's early afternoon for me. Ugh. Because I woke up at 4:30 in my mate's caravan and I was like, oh, fuck this, I'm going home. Now, recently there have been people in the Quest to Find Raxxla forum thread investigating NGC 7822. So I'm curious to see what we find and if the context of our search brings any different information. Oh, no, 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 I'm not meant to be doing this. Oh, gosh.
Disengaged.
Fuel scoop. Where are you?
System scan complete.
Go, 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 go. No, don't do heat. Do cool. Do cool. Okay, we're good. My Caspian runs a bit spicy. Because by design, it's not like I don't know how to do engineering or exploration and stuff.
Temperature critical.
Like, talk to me about that. It's nuts that this route is saving me 11 jumps, right? That's the power of Spanch. Ugh.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Felt like I was going to fall over then. I don't know about you lot.
System scan complete.
So far, none of Drew Wager's mysteries have involved spectros or anything, though. Early bird, that's one way to put it, yep. How you doing, Face? You having a good day? I might have to go and have an early afternoon nap, to be honest. See how long I can go. I'm knackered. Last night was mental. It was so windy at my mate's. I barely slept because of all the wind and trees hitting the side of the fucking caravan. Ugh. So I woke up at R4 and I was like, I'm just gonna go home. Fuck this. Knackered. I like the way that where we're going makes it very clear that when you're in witch space, that's not stars that you're seeing. You see how the really bright stars in the background are like clearly disappearing and then all the other stuff shows up. A lot of people dispute that. A lot of people are like, no, when you're in witch space, that's the stars and the nebulas. It's not. It's not. It's categorically not. Like, you can literally see that it's not. Watch. Look, you see where we're jumping? You see the stars? The nice stars? They all disappear, and then all this shit appears. Very clearly procedure to that animation. It very distinctly shows you the phases. A lot of people will dispute that though. They'll tell you that what you're seeing with your own eyes is incorrect. Fucking hubris, isn't it? Check it again. Look. Look at all these stars. The nebulas and that. Your boy is zoning out through tiredness. I might have to go back to bed for a bit. How long have I been on? I'm well cat crashing out right now. Cheeky little 2 hours. That's where we're headed. The splotch is where we're headed. What was that? Is she saying?
System scan complete.
That's where we're headed. Just some big cheeky bright ones. Slightly worried about fuel, to be honest. Don't think I was quite full, and there's a chance this route uses all of it. Let's just double check the route. How much fuel should I have left at the end? Fuel left 18.4 tons, which should be 3 jumps. That's fine. We use 6 point something tons per jump max. Yeah, now you gotta go and know it's true. We're coming up inside the bed. We're gonna go and look at it. We're gonna go and see for you now. What we gonna go and find, I don't know. What you wanna see now, be a hoe. Now we're gonna go and target all this in class. Ooh, wrong button. It just makes it so obvious, doesn't it, with this, like, yeah.
Wow.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Did I honk here? Can't remember. There we go. Sorry, Florin, you asked me earlier if I'd used the FSS like a telescope, and I didn't do it. Yeah, but I just got waylaid by this other video. We'll have to bear that in mind as a strat. He is too smooth.
Warning.
Whee!
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Well, it's funny you say that. Technically, the external camera is a telescope. And we can see that by the inclusion of the pentagonal lens flare artifact. Indicates that it's a straight-edged aperture camera simulation. So, like, we have a visual telescope in the visual light spectrum. But then we do also have the FSS, as you rightly call out.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Ready? Watch in the background. So there's a weird blue smoke emanation, a puff of blue smoke. When the stars come back, they phase out of existence, and then all this stuff appears. That's very deliberate.
System scan complete. Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Oh, and this has taken us into the Elysian Shore. Yeah, Florian, good shout. You're right. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like the way it sort of. Also, what we've noticed here is if you watch this in slow-mo, you'll see that the weird fragments going past us, they have both a leading front red edge and a blue back edge, which indicates that. Well, it's weird. I'll say that much. I feel more tired right now on stream than, you know, last Friday, not Friday gone, Friday before, I was live for 21 hours. I feel more fatigued today than I did then. You can observe what from where? I'm curious about that.
System scan complete.
What? What? the fuck is this? A 2 million-year-old T-Tory that looks like that? What?
Fuel scooping complete.
Oh, what? So you mean like... So, like, if you have one person at the destination and one person here, what you can see is there's, like, a line, and as it enters one end, it comes out the other. Is that what you're saying? Like, if we lined it up, we could do that. Where if I put my camera so that you just see the wall on the right side, and then the person at the other end put their camera so that where it exits is on the left, you would literally just see it go from one screen to the other. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense based on the fact that the frameshift drive is a time travel device, not a make you go fast engine. So this whole thing is full of T-Tories that all look different. They're all different colours. I think I need the loo, guys. I'm gonna be right back. We'll I'll set this. Is it on? It's on. Yeah, Super Cruise Assist. It won't be a sec. No, I just I have a health condition, so it just can take me a minute. Sorry. Right. That was a shame that we crashed. Let's go back out. It would be nice if it would at least not just crash, and it's instead just maybe orbit the planet. Do you know what I mean? That would be nice. Power! Power! Pain, pleasure. Pierced. Shot through. Pierced. What? What? What's that about? That's wrong. Right, who is Ray Mobula? Is this a real player? Why is it so wrong? Why is it like it's so wildly wrong? Maya is nowhere near here. Look. There's 2,500 light years away. Like, what is it talking about? What if they're linked? It's so peculiar that it's just so wildly wrong. Like, Holy hell. That is literally a copy of Earth. That is a near perfect copy of Earth. They're always the same three. Commander Filthy Frank. What is that a joke, Kajma? I don't know if are you I don't know if that's a joke or if Sir Francis of the Filth is a real thing. I don't. Okay. So apparently, to the 23rd of September, 3307. Oh, really? No. But I mean, he's like a kid when all this was kicking off. I mean, it's a good popular culture reference from you, Kajmo, but I think it might be a different Filthy Frank, but I'm not sure. Certainly spelt differently. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Of the two, it looks like it's this one that's most important, Cupid's arrow. So, whilst this system is interesting... Wow, that looks cool. Oh.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Agreed, there's a lot of potential, eh?
Surface scan complete.
Well, I mean, they were both launching at the same time, so they were actively listening to each other's marketing material and stuff, you know? Terrorist attack. Right, we'll check this system out and then I'm going to call it for a couple of hours and have another nap. I'm sorry, guys. I woke up really early. I thought I'd get home and crack on, but I've not had enough sleep. I'm falling apart.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Surface scan complete.
Yeah. Let's go dock here. We've got a bunch of data we can cache in, get some friendliness with these life science people. I think if I have another 4-hour kit, like another couple of flips of the REM cycle, that'll take me to lunchtime. Then I can just get up. I've already had breakfast, and I can get up. I can have. Whoa, 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 whoa! That ring is. Wait a second. Stop! Fucking stop! Bloody hell, what is wrong with this place?
Surface scan complete. Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
It has 3 rings, right?
Surface scan complete.
I'm really sorry about the annoying clicking sound. I can't stop it. Can I? So it's super sus that this has this asteroid base and then this weird third ring with the moons in between. That's really strange. Right. Let's get the Cupid's arrow text locked in. Life Sciences Expedition. Okay, that's saved. Oh, so I don't know what to think. The Cupid's arrow tourist beacon is sus AF. It looks like it links to this in my mind. The inconsistencies are just, I mean, that, what is that all about? 2,500 light years away from Maya, yeah, it directs you to Maya, the black hole in Maya. Like, what?
Docking complete. Engaging docking restraints. You are most welcome, Commander.
It is Rosen, mate. Yeah, I stayed at a mate's, but I woke up at like R4 with all the bad weather, so I just came home, and then I was like, I'll just go live, and then now I'm really tired, so I'm going to go off for a nap in a sec. How are you today, though? You having a good Sunday? Good. Ah, now I wanted to save, I wanted to sell the data. Look at that. Why is that worth 0?
message.
Oh! Nothing here. There could be numbers. We should check for numbers as well. Thought I could buy a Sidewinder and save myself a bit of running. Lazy streamers. There's literally no floor.
Trading, selling, or both. Please do feel free to waste my time.
Well, hell, is this the Federation? Are we in the Federation, systems?
Welcome. I trust you have biodata. I'm curious to see what you've brought us.
Kamyarhid.
Hey, Vista thanks you for your contribution.
You don't want to be caught unprepared. All our skins are guaranteed brand new. Take a look. Come back when you're ready.
Sleepy, sleepy Makashi, sleepy, sleepy Makashi. Gonna have a nap real soon. We'll just quickly check for the numbers here. If they are here, that'll be interesting. Why do I keep getting damaged? It's weird. Like, why is the station damaging my ship slightly? Oh. Oh my gosh. Nothing. Cool. Right, guys. I'm gonna have another nap. I'm shattered. I'll be back later once I've had a nap and eaten and again and stuff. So yeah, have a pleasant early morning. I will have a lovely sleeps, and I'll be back soon. Take care.